Hello, my name is Justin Brown, and today in this video we're going to review the Maozua Z25 digital voice recorder. I was sent this voice recorder to give an unbiased review, so that's what we're going to do today in this video. The first thing I noticed when I took this out of the packaging was that it was all metal casing, and I appreciate this because it's just more durable when you go to use it. It's got very small but easy to use buttons, and we're going to kind of go over those really quick. And after I give this introduction, we'll take a closer look at the digital voice recorder, its menu, and how to navigate through the settings. On the left side, you're going to see a on-off button, and then you're going to see a plus and minus button. The on-off button slides up and down, and the plus and minus are just push buttons. On the front, you're going to see a play-pause button, and it's going to serve as an enter button too. And you will notice that it has a very small display. It's backlit, and it's easy to read as far as I'm concerned. And on the front, you'll also see a speaker. On the right side, you're going to see a record button and a stop record button. It slides up and down like the power button. You're going to see arrow buttons right here, and they will let you navigate through the menu and through the file folders. And then you'll have the menu button right there. And that's pretty much it. On the left side, you're going to have a 3.5 millimeter jack for headphones. So if you want to review the audio, you can do so. And another thing that I would like to point out before we go into an in-depth review of this is you can pull this bottom cap off, and now you got a 2.0 USB interface that you can easily plug into the computer. I like this. You don't need cables to plug it into your computer to download any digital files or upload files to the device. Now, when I say upload, that means that you can use this not only as a voice recorder, but as an MP3 player as well. If you toggle the menu button, it'll let you toggle back and forth in between voice recording and MP3 player. And I think that's a pretty cool feature. You can carry it around. If you're not recording any audio, you can listen to some music and enjoy the device that way. For the price, I believe that this is more than worth it. We'll test the video or the audio quality now. All you gotta do is slide the switch up, let the device power up. It takes about 3 seconds to power up, and now we're going to test the recording. Now, my initial tests indicate that the mic is very sensitive. And what else I like about the mic is that it's a stereo mic versus a mono mic. You're going to hear audio in the left channel and the right channel, and I appreciate that because it gives more clarity, audio detail, and gives more spatial characteristics to your voice recordings that you can learn to appreciate. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slide this button up to begin the recording, and we're going to let you listen to what this sounds like. Now, before I do so, the highest bit rate for the voice recorder is 384 kilobytes per second. And I've noticed that in voice recorders at the same price point and beyond, up to $50 and $60, aren't quite that high in some of them. I know Sony makes some that only do 195 kilobytes per second. So that's another feature that I thought was nice about it. Okay, we're going to turn this on. And when you turn it on, it says initializing. And you're going to see the left and right channels, and you're going to see the top numbers counting upwards to indicate the duration. And we're going to begin to record. You want to hold it about 2 feet away at least. On the box it says it can record up to 50 meters away. So that just is a pretty good indication that this microphone is sensitive. So what we're hearing now is the recording from this recorder, and to me it sounds fine. The codec that it records in is not quite perfect. In initial recordings I've heard some pops, and it's dropped some data here and there, but for the most part it's pretty good. You wouldn't want to use this for a high-end production, obviously, but for low-end applications and just recording, meetings and other stuff like that, voice notes, it's perfectly fine and good enough to do that. So we'll go ahead and hit stop. And that should give you a good example of what the recorder sounds like. It allows you to control the volume on the plus and minus buttons here on the left side. So you can control that. On the right side, it's got arrow buttons. So if you want to go and navigate through the folder system, you just hit menu and hold it down for 3 seconds. And it's going to give you a whole bunch of options, okay? And you can set the time, date, the language, all that stuff that we're going to go through here in a moment. But you tap it once to go back into that initial mode to where it can record, and you can just hit play. You're going to see the left and right channels, and you're going to see the top numbers counting. Hit play again to hit pause. Speaker's definitely loud enough to hear it without headphones. So now that we've gone through the first initial things, it has 8 gigabytes of internal storage. Another thing that I like about this device is that it doesn't require batteries. It's got an internal lithium-ion battery, and it can record up to 50 hours straight. And all you have to do is plug it into a USB recording device or your computer, and it'll charge. And I really like that. One drawback from that is the lithium-ion battery eventually will die. It may take several years for that to happen. So as long as you store it properly, that shouldn't be an issue. And at $20 price point, that's okay with me. The fact that you never have to carry around batteries or worry about having batteries for this device, I think is worth it. It has voice activation, which is, I think, pretty cool. So you can set the voice activation, lay it down, and it'll only record when your voice or whatever ambient noise reaches a certain decibel threshold. And that's nice because if you want to listen to something and not listen to nothing, it's very nice. It has noise reduction. It has all the usual features that voice recorders of this kind has. And I think it's really, really nice recorder at this price point, and I would recommend it. If you want to stick around real quick, we'll go through the features of the device, and you can decide for yourself if you like this device. All right, what we're going to do now is quickly show you what the buttons do and how to navigate through the menu system briefly. Okay, so if you look on the left here, here's the power button. It will automatically power off, so that's what happened to me. It'll start in the down position, and you slide it upward, and it'll initialize, and it'll come on pretty quickly. This top icon up here is to indicate if you'll see a face with a little bit of sound coming out of it. That's the voice recorder. If you turn the recorder this way, you hit the menu just once, you will toggle to the MP3 setting, and you will see that icon up there changed to a musical note. So what you have to get used to, as you noticed, is if the backlight is off, you'll have to click the menu button once, and once you see that backlight come on, that's when these menu buttons will work. Okay. Over here is the record on and off switch, and here's how you toggle in between. If you want to increase the volume buttons are over there, and this is also how you delete files. So once you've made your recording, you slide this up, do your recording, you slide it back down to stop it. If you want to delete any files, you hit play. To indicate the duration, and we're going to begin a record. You want to hold it about
Okay,
2 feet away.
I don't want to delete that because that's what we're going to use for this video. So we're going to toggle to file 1, and we're going to hit play.
You're going to see the left and right channels, and you're going to see.
We're going to hit pause. Now to delete this one, you're going to hold the plus and minus buttons down at once for 3 seconds, and then it's going to ask you delete no, yes, delete all. So we're just going to hit the arrows down to delete yes, and we're going to hit play, and that will delete the file. So pretty easy there. Now, once we get back to it'll automatically reset back to the default setting. So if you want to hold down menu for 3 seconds, it's going to take you to the settings menu, and you use these buttons on the side here to navigate through there. Okay, so that's what we'll do. You'll go through set record. That'll allow you to choose your record type, which is your quality level. If you want the files to be smaller, you can toggle down, make it smaller. If you want to be the best, use 384 kilobytes per second. So you hit the menu button once to get out of that, and you go back into the prior menu. Click down, that'll allow you to turn the voice activation recording on or off. You can set the Vox level. You can what's this? This is the denoise setting. So if you got a lot of wind noise, you can take out the lower end frequency. This is the VOR level, and we have the LED set. So this should be the backlight, and record subsection, and then exit. Okay, so if we hold down and hit menu for 3 seconds again, it'll take us into another menu, and this is record settings, screensaver, time set, language, contrast, which controls the contrast of the screen, storage, tools, and auto switch off. So if we hold down the menu for 3 seconds again, it'll take us back to the same screen. So that's all the menus that we have. So if you just click that menu button once, it'll take you back to the default screen. Okay, and that's how you easily navigate through the menu system, and it's pretty easy, very easy to understand. And of course, when you go to dump your files off, you just plug that in like a flash drive. Your computer will automatically see that you have plugged it in, and you can start downloading your files. And you can upload files this way if you want to use this device as an MP3 player. So you upload your favorite MP3s, and then you put the cap back on, you switch the menu over to where it says the musical note there at the top, and then you can just toggle through or hit play, and it'll start from the first song and play all the way through. And that pretty much sums it up for the Maozua Z25 digital voice recorder. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll give the link so you guys can purchase this digital recorder if you would like. Thank you, and have a good day.